Morning, everybody. We are going to be playing through What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, this game is about 2-ish hours long, and it's very interesting. From what I remember when I played it a while ago, many years ago, really enjoyed it. So, let's explore this house. Play. Okay. Got a backpack. We got some flowers and a journal.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay, this game's kind of a walking simulator, but the house is really cool.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Well, those bills did not get paid.
Since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, I broke the letters. I'm so sorry.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Hopefully I don't get eaten by a bear.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
They're gonna say, check your mailbox. Someone's missing. Let's shoot some hoops. Alright, got the new model Cadillacs in here.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It reminds me of some of the structures in like Dying Light 2. The game was so buggy.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
It was haunted.
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Wah, wah.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Super clean. No clutter at all. Okay, let's go around back. Pretty sounding. Let's go in the dog door. Good puppy. Who fed the dog?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay, let's take the glue gun, take some lacquer, and then whatever that thing is. Is that for like planing or something? We'll use them as weapons.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
I could not live
But
in this
instead
kind of
of a
clutter.
family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Salmon apple pie. Mm-mm-mm.
The table
Hello,
was still a
Mahmood.
wreck from the night we left.
Who's Eddie? Eddie Spaghetti with meatball eyes?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
It's a very specific bomb.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Is that TV just sitting on books? Okay, it's on a box.
Even the
It's like,
fireplace
wow.
had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house,
Oh,
after it sank.
I thought it was Eddie. I can't read. Dawn Phonics worked for me.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Aw. Wait, what? There we go. Come on, you can do it.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Hopefully I don't get a copyright violation for that. If all of a sudden it's muted right now, that's why.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Like my box of earplugs. Oh, okay. So we can't go in there, eh?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
The Library. Undertale reference. Okay, let's ride up. Come on, let me on. No? Fine, I'll use
After
my
Milton
legs.
disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
What's in here?
I spent a lot of time
Hello,
playing in
Hershey's.
Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
You can open? We found it. Why did you lock up 20,000
Turns
leagues
out,
under the sea?
My mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Ooh.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Sharks. Definitely sharks.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Monsters. The energy drink, don't worry.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Well, this is a weird way to get to a bedroom.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
What? That's funny.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Such creative level design. Just you wait. Gets even neater.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke
Rude.
up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, sorry. Don't eat your gerbil.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay, but your gerbil did. Gerbil's very angry with you now. Hi, friend. What's that say? I thought about
eating Christopher, but I held back.
Don't eat him. Was Christopher offering himself? Don't eat the toilet.
I kept eating and eating.
Don't eat that either. Ugh.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Like decorative berries? Plasticky. I don't even want to look in there. I'm afraid she will try and eat something inside of the
Then
toilet.
I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Don't swallow the swallow.
I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Totally normal.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Yeah, birdie, birdie. Yeah, birdie, birdie. Come to me.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Looks like they're asleep. Come here, bird. A nest.
The babies were all gone.
I already ate them as a snack. Come here.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Well, you broke your promise.
I gobbled her up,
And then fell to my death.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Breaker, breaker. Engaging bombing run.
Rabbits.
Where? Huh. Rabbit. Grab it. I grow
I
stronger.
imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Like a horse.
A mama rabbit.
Where? Get her.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Not land sharks. They're extra deadly. Do a barrel roll. Okay, let me just hop along right here.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
Ah, back home.
I was hungrier than ever.
Okay, inverted controls. Got it. Well, not inverted.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Like you.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where'd you go, little buddy? Jaws Simulator. Where'd you go, little buddy? Don't mind me.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Okay, drive a car. Hershey's, hope you have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Okay.
I was big.
Let's eat a human.
Real quiet.
Okay, well that's... Yep. We're hungry. Let's go up. I'm gonna get a copyright.
I wanted
Hello,
to
Don.
stop, but also
Good morning. Alright, time to eat the captain. Dinner time. Think it's a Christmas song? Not familiar with the song. Let's get 'em. I must consume. Oh, am I not going up? Let's go. You're mine.
after the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
What are we gonna eat now? Boulder? Okay, well, that'll make you not want to go to the bathroom.
I got closer and closer.
Okay, is it under the bed?
All of my stomach started growling.
You've got more than one?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Oh no. Please don't eat me. Alright, well, Molly's on something. Might be on some Molly. Eh.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Hey, kitty, kitty.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
I've actually got that sewing machine. Like it's a hand-me-down from relatives. Like literally the same everything. That's interesting.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He's sailing with his house? The houseboat?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Can I look in there? No. Sven Edie. Tales from Beyond, The Odyssey. I'm water black? In water black. Ooh, she's got NOS.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ooh, okay. Shag carpet in the toilet?
Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon. She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
That carpet's gotta be gross. There's a Secret in This Bathroom by Sven and Edie Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book. Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Maybe put it down when you're eating, sleeping. Just a suggestion.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Why did I get so small? What the? Okay, well, I'm gonna explore up top first. Nope, go back. What's up here?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Okay, I gotta use both hands to swing. Both legs, okay.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Well.
At Barbara's funeral,
Determined.
He'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Just turn into an owl. But first I gotta fly.
He finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Maybe don't do that on the edge of a cliff.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Yeah. Do a barrel roll.
He made up his mind to fly. And he did.
What was that, like lava island off the coast? Good job
Calvin's
flying.
story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Okay.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
So did I miss? Did I miss something? Okay, I'm gonna have this guide up so that way I can just like make sure that I get through all of these, because I definitely want to see everybody. So we did Molly. Molly story. Okay. Great Owl. Yes. Oh, interesting. There's an achievement if you let the sailor finish a song. That's kind of funny. Alright, so Molly's story ends, and then it does Odin's story, and then Calvin's story. Okay. Push the caterpillar book. Yeah, okay. Cool, so I'm gonna move this here so that way I can see this, and not miss any of these stories. Okay, so we'll do Barbara's story next. I don't know if any of these stories are missable. I don't remember.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Huh, so that's where we went in. This was the room that we were in for Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So is this just giving us a preview of like the different rooms?
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Rude. Okay, Barbara. That's who we're gonna see next.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Wah, wah.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah, it's totally normal.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
I mean, maybe bury him. Just a suggestion. Okay, so we got all the little story elements, I think. Now let's go into here.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
It can't be
Never
good
thought
for
about how
development,
hard it
right?
must have been for her afterwards.
Excuse me. Like, to have a child get so much fame.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. Has been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding Until finally, the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
So I'm controlling it. It's pretty cool.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, he spilled ketchup? Rick, we've talked about this. Come on.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
He was really hungry. Don't worry. I know Kung Fu. Yeah, get wrecked. Yeah, that's right. Take that.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Come on. Come on out. Come on out.
Oh dear!
Get wrecked.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little
Where
something
through?
to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late
Oh, it's her whoopee.
show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh, strong. Take that, half egg. Let's beat up the skeleton. Ooh, it's indestructible. Come get some.
Walter, are you there?
Get him.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Uh-oh, Silent Hill.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand.
Uh-oh.
Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara.
Come on
There's
in.
gotta be another way out of here.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Let's go get him.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Yeah. Hit him again. Gravity
He wasn't
check.
moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Jump down. Do a finishing move. Okay. Why are you going so slow? Go finish him off. Yeah, that figures.
The hook man had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
The smashing of an egg chair. And a doorbell.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Get him!
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
The best scream ever.
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom.
Excuse me.
But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ah. Love the Tales from the Crypt vibe. That story was an earful.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely a happy ending. Creepy? No. Not at all. Can't exit? Okay, fine. We'll go back. Let's go find the music box.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Hint. Downstairs. And then right, I think. Yeah. Trixie. Into the basement we go. Okay, let's play some pool.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Yeah, there's so much fun.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Bodies? Question mark?
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
To go make some blue crystals.
If there's a pattern in all these
See?
stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
It's impressive.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
So tasty.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Okay, we fast forward
Even a
a few
monster
years.
on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
Fast forward many years.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Do I take my crutches? No. Reminds me of the Alien game where the alien's like chasing after you. Should play that game. That was... I remember it being good.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
That's cool.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
Stray boulder falls, kills
I can
him.
already imagine the sun on my face.
Well, he didn't make it far. Good try, Walter.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Quite the confined spaces. Oh, at least he had a good view. Down we go.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
No. Why are you backing up? Never back down, never what? Never give up.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
The coupons to the grocery store.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2.
Looks like my internet just went out. Doot, 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 doot. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, looks like my internet just went out. Let me see if I can try and fix it. Do 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 do. All right, well, I will upload this as a VOD, I guess.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah, darn, the stream crashed.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
What's out there?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I'll turn around. Too busy trying
I
to
think the people in these stories
close the stream down.
for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Open.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
A family that knows what's gonna happen.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the
Derpy,
gerbils were
derpy,
mine.
junior, burpy,
2 had
chirpy,
been my fault.
furpy, lurpy, zerpy. Shadow, Oliver, Shotzi, Christopher, and Bob.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, probably not the best idea. Is that a ladder? Oh, there's a ladder. Could not find it.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Not quite.
What?
Perfect.
It's
did
gonna
it.
rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Yo,
Hey.
chill.
Language.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Where are you? Oh, you.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
Longest weekend
I'm gonna take
ever.
some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
What's that?
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though. Aw.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Who's that guy?
Hold still while I take a picture.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
He's watering the tree.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Yes, the sign. I'm looking for Bigfoot.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
I don't see him.
That was a great trip.
He's hiding somewhere.
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire.
Dad!
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
What? I don't see it. Oh, you.
I'm over here, Dad.
I mean,
Dad,
I tried. There we go.
Let me get behind you.
Don't do
I
it.
have to do this?
No.
Don, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Don!
Headshot.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
I feel bad if I kill a bug.
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh, okay, okay.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so-
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh. Well, that's not what I expected to happen.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
What a nice view.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Are we gonna play Frogger? Grigori.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he
It's
thought
pronounced
he was alone?
Grigori.
Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What am I doing with this frog? What? Okay. Oh, I'm the frog. Galump. Went the little green frog one day. Galump.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie.
Don't do it.
Hello?
Don't do it.
Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like.
All the duckies. We're just gonna put everything in the bathtub.
He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Grigori trophy
His
yard.
imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Pro gamer. Whoa. Knock the whale in? Yeah. Okay, never leave your child unattended in a bathtub. Whoa! Everyone knows that whales are great for jumping on. Woo!
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us.
Uh-oh. Evil frog.
About the world he saw.
Unplug the drain. Unplug the drain.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
I'm a frog.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Man, this bathtub is dirty.
I'm sure he's happy.
With the alligators in the sewer.
I want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Gregory. Okay, that's where we came from.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard.
Collect all the
he'd be
words.
dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Dive bomb the wedding. Nah. I feel like I'm missing a set of words somewhere. Oh.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
To say hello.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Uh-oh. Lightning. Lightning bad. Don't do it. Nope.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Yeah, collect all the things. Smash it. Ooh, yes, we go stronger.
Thunder sounded much too close.
The Katamari Damacy.
But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Uh-oh.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
That's cool.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Short for Gustavon. Emergency evacuation plan. I'm assuming this way.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Where do I go now? Okay, sorry. So it says climb the wall with rock climbing protrusions behind Gus's bed. Exit through the window on the left of the attic room. So was I not supposed to go down that? Sounds like there's a draft up here. I'm assuming there's an exit. There we go.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, what a view.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I'm curious if there's anything on the other side. Over here. No? Okay. Fine. We'll sneak in.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
This reminds me of the Unfinished Swan. That's a game I plan on playing through again. Really good. Very unique.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Bless you. Goodbye.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Can I interact? Nope.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Can't go that way. Okay.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
You know, I wonder if this is the same developer as the Unfinished Swan. Now I'm thinking about it.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except
Lewis
Louis.
Hamilton. Okay, there's 2 different areas. Do I want to go in or... Well, that answers that question. Not going up.
Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Smell like gym socks. Mm-mm.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth.
I'm having to control both.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
so weird having
But he found something more.
right joystick control the fish hand, and then control
I
the
worried about him then.
character with the left joystick.
Daydreaming at the cannery.
Come
I
on.
spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Tokyo. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
We gotta talk about your drumming technique, my friend.
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
That's right. I'm in charge.
He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Surprise, surprise. That's funny. Like Mario.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Newer Louisville.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
And then he became Captain Hook when he missed
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
But he loves to work.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
handsome queen.
Handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
the radiant rainbows.
Radiant rainbows.
We found it. Another one. Another one. Another one.
He followed the sound of her.
Another one. Silver harp.
Silver harp.
Bing bong.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Yeah,
Even
we
then,
did it.
His logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Too many. Too many fish.
But he was so proud of having created it.
That's right.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Citizens, hear me.
It was hard to argue with him.
Back to reality. More red paint. Do I have all my hands? Oh, I'm still wearing my
He began to forget the world we know.
outfit.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Excuse me, sir.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
They're having a party with no music. Oh, they want to fight. That will destroy you.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
My handsome queen, did you find your rainbows?
There was only one thing left to do.
Say yas, queen.
Bend down his head.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Okay, well, at least we went out on top.
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Wait, where's Dawn? How do I... Alright, so I'm trying to... Like, clearly I'm missing... So there's Edie. Edie's the last one, though, but where's Dawn? Oh, am I Dawn? Okay.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
I mean, died in the cannery, too. I would love to live somewhere like that, where that's your view.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Okay, see you later. Okay, maybe don't
the
leave
power
candles
had been cut
out.
off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
I want a house with secret entrances. That sounds cool.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
So there's gonna be a tsunami?
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Keep going towards the bell.
I got turned around.
No, I didn't. I'm just pressing forward. Game, how dare you?
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Like
but
beds.
when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night,
Chairs.
a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Goodbye.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
You gotta
We
control the
both
hand.
tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it,
I gotta find the wind.
but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
That's dog.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What cool house. Alright, so I gotta look it up. Developers. I'm curious if they did Unfinished Swan. Oh, this is a cute idea. Have the developers do that. Giant Sparrow Games. Yeah, the Unfinished Swan, okay. That makes sense. Dun, 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 dun. And then our next game is still early in development, but the focus is on exploring the wonders and horrors of biology. You play as a field biologist studying both mundane and fantastical urban wildlife, drawing inspirations from places like Eco, Windowsill, Spirit Away, and David Attenborough nature documentaries. That's an interesting combination. Although with the spirit of early animators like Winsor McKay and Walt Disney, who used, for the time, cutting-edge technology to build something that didn't feel technical at all, but instead felt weirdly alive. The game hasn't officially been announced yet, but you can find a bit more about it in this interview we did, New York Times, in October 2024. Ready to show more, and the game will announce that on Twitter. Super cool. Well, I'm glad to see that they're still making games, because this game is so cool. So artistic. What? Thanks you. What? See Johan's name in the ending credits? Okay. That's funny. I guess you get credits for not skipping it. Yeah, so that's cool that they're making another game. Unfinished Swan, I do plan on streaming that at some point. Let's see here. Look at my upcoming games. So the next game that I'm planning on doing, yeah, there it is Borderlands 3. So, assuming I'm up for it, assuming I'm not sick, I should stream that tomorrow. And then I'll take a couple weeks, probably go through it all. Definitely not family friendly, but I've enjoyed the series. It's very goofy. I appreciate the sense of humor in it, but I haven't played a Borderlands game in a long time, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, so sorry the stream, my internet just like completely crashed. So I will upload this as a VOD, and then I'll just put it in where the stream was, in the not unfinished one, the What Remains of Edith Finch playlist that's on my YouTube channel. So if anyone's interested after the fact on my, like, who's watching this after I upload it, but on my home tab of YouTube, we've got a bunch of drumming, gaming, and computer science stuff, because I'm a nerd who likes to create a bunch of content. But the headers are like alphabetized, can't speak. So right near the top is the gaming one, and if you click on the header for that, then that'll expand and it'll show you all of the different games that I've streamed in the past. But yeah, so next up will be Borderlands, and after that I was thinking of potentially doing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. But I like to kind of like alternate between like mature games and more family-friendly games. So like this one was a ESRB was teen, but Borderlands is definitely M for the language and whatnot. And you know, running around shooting a bunch of people. So we'll see how that game goes. In loving memory of Louis Finch, the Edith Finch team. Uh-oh. The end. Oh, that's cute. What a good game. I enjoyed it. The replay story option is now available. Oh, okay, so now it shows Dawn. Cool. So we got through all of them. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end the recording now, and I'll upload this on to YouTube. But for the people who were watching it live, I do appreciate you stopping in, as always. And just FYI, if any video that says members first, that just means it's scheduled to release for free. You can sign up for 99 cents if you'd like to, but it's 100% optional, so you don't have to do that. But I'm going to call it here. And thanks again for watching this VOD, and for anyone who was watching this live, I apologize my internet crashed, but goodbye!